So with Mr. T, we're going to warm up a little bit with some play. As you can tell, I'm very interested in getting your babes with appropriate outlets. So for example, working on dog-centric play and items that help give them an outlet other than you or the environment that maybe you're not hoping they target. So for Mr. T, he's obviously already caught the critter before I started really filming. So I might go, Teddy, ready? Find it. Get him to relinquish the item. Then once he's almost done chewing, we'll say, you ready? And then we'll go get it. And now Mr. T has to go and chase his friend. So he's a good catcher. So when it comes to practicing some of these on-off switches that we've mentioned in other types of play and sort of practice of getting them excited and coming back from it, remember that this is a great way to practice getting your babe overexcited and coming back from it. It's also, nice job, Mr. T, a great way to get some extra energy out and work on kind of doing some, again, dog-centric play that's really beneficial for both them mentally and physically. So I might say, you ready? Go get it. And now again, my toy comes alive. He's a fast runner. Good job, sir. So when it comes to playing with a flirt pole, I know I've discussed it in a few of the other previous videos, is you want to make sure that safety is, of course, something you think about. So I like to keep my flirt pole typically low to the floor, like the lure, which is the little one that they're catching, like the toy at the end. Ready, Teddy? Good job. So if, for example, your babe is not as familiar with a flirt pole, you want to keep it low to the ground, because if you're raising the toy up high, what can happen is in your pup's attempt to grab the toy, they can jump up real high into the air and then land sometimes funny. So you also want to make sure traction is something you take in consideration. So if you're playing with a smaller dog and you might be playing in the home, make sure it's on surfaces that are not slippery. So you'd want to avoid tile or hardwood floors. Carpeted is much easier for the babes. Ready? Find it. To be able to play. So because if there's very little traction, the problem there is then your babe could be slipping and sliding almost like an ice skating rink. And then you're wondering why either they might be potentially injuring themselves or being more hesitant to play. It can also create a negative association where if slippery surfaces are equal, I maybe hurt myself or it felt uncomfortable or they fell, then you can sometimes create moments where they're scared of certain textures or things to walk on. So I would make sure, ready, Teddy, is when you're practicing is to build up that the environment in which you're doing so is conducive to doing it safely. Good job, Mr. T. So you'll see that in the beginning, right now, nice shake off, sir, is we're working on getting him a little excited, take a little breather. If he checks in with me by giving eye contact or he's not pummeling me with excitement, I'd go ahead and go, you ready? And then go get it. He's like, lady, I'm winded, but he's gonna give it another try. So if your babe, again, is working this for a little bit at a time, I wouldn't make it an exuberant amount. Sometimes, 5 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes. If your babe is very fit and is not getting too excited or having a hard time with the play, then I'd say a little bit longer would be fine. You obviously want to gauge it. Ready, Teddy? Yes, nice job. You want to gauge it off of your puppy's age group. Mr. T is an adult dog, even though he's a smaller man. So remember that when your babes are still developing and growing, we want to be very cautious about how they're using their bodies so we're not causing long-term harm to them for later. Ready? Go get it. He's like, lady, I am already winded. He might go for it one more time, but he says, no, I'm looking for snacks instead. Ready? He says, I found another one. Good job catching that toy. So again, if Mr. T is a little bit winded, we'll go from playing and work a few other little skills instead. Ready? Teddy. Nice job. Find it. Good boy. So we'll go ahead and we'll give him a little breather from the play and we'll work a few other little skills next.